All right, what's going on, everybody? We are live for Sunday Night Football, Jets and Steelers today. See Devontae Adams back with Aaron Rodgers, and hopefully this is a good game. Don't necessarily have the highest expectations for this game, but hopefully it surprises me. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Jets and Steelers tonight on Sunday Night Football. The Steelers will get the football first. They're just about to kick off. So Greg Zerwan on to kick off for the Jets. All but 4 of his kickoffs touchbacks. The kick is touchback and will come out to the 25. All right, also there's a poll. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. So now we got Russell Wilson in at quarterback for the Steelers. He's their new starting quarterback, even though Justin Fields has been pretty solid. I mean, he hasn't been great, but he's been solid for the first few weeks for the Steelers. It's led them to a 4-2 record, but Russell Wilson about to take his first snaps of the season as the Steelers quarterback was battling a calf injury for the first 6 weeks. Here he's under center from his own 30. Najee Harris is the running back, and Harris gets the carry, and he'll run for about 3 on first down. But Russell Wilson, last season with the Broncos, went 7-8 as a starter, threw 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and a little over 3,000 yards. Part of a very unsuccessful stint with the Broncos after a long time with the Seahawks, and now in his first year with the Steelers. So here is a 2nd and 6. Wilson off play action will float this to the flat. That is caught by Darnell Washington, the big tight end, and he's up to the 49-yard line before he's taken down. Let's go, Wilson. Never thought I'd say that as a Denver fan. Well, yeah, that trade definitely didn't work out, but yeah, I'd like to see him succeed here. It's just a weird situation in Pittsburgh with the quarterbacks, because if Wilson isn't good, then they're going to want Justin Fields, and if he's not good, it's just going to be a nightmare that they're both healthy, if neither of them are good. Here's the handoff to Najee Harris, bounces outside, breaks the tackle. There goes Najee Harris, cutting inside, still on his feet. Najee Harris fighting for extra yards, picks up almost 20 yards on a nice run. Big first down run for the Steelers. Oh, hey, how's it going? Giants, yikes. Yeah, they're awful. Lost 28-3 against the Eagles. They're not very good. So, ball on the Jets 33. Wilson in shotgun, back line to the left. Wilson looks to throw. Wilson, given time, steps up in the pocket and try to run, break a tackle, and dive forward for a yard. I hope Adams has a good game. Yeah, me too. I think they're going to be... He's going to give the Jets offense some kind of a spark. And they'll be better than they've been, which isn't a high bar, but I still think he will help. Previous chemistry with Rodgers and stuff like that. 2nd and 9 for the Steelers, ball in the 32. Wilson under center. Handoff to Jalen Warren running left, and Warren not much space, gaining about 3. We'll bring up a 3rd and 6. You benched Harris. Okay. I probably would have too against tough Jets defense. I have Jalen Warren. I I don't think I've started him yet this season. I just have him. We've also got George Pickens on the bench, but I think I've started him like one time and he scored like 4 points. 3rd and 5 here from the 28. Wilson in shotgun. Warren lined up to his right. Jets rush 4. Wilson. Pocket collapses. Rolls to his right. Wilson on the run is going to throw this away. So it's going to be 4th down. The Jets defense makes a stop and will force a field goal attempt for Chris Boswell on the Steelers' first possession. So here is Chris Boswell. His second most field goals made coming into this week at 16. He's 16 for 17 on the season, a long of 57. This one from 46 yards away to get the Steelers on the board first. And Boswell's kick is good. So the Steelers take the opening kick, and they end up with field goal. And now we will get to see Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams reunited now with the Jets. He's a good guy, just excuse me. He's a good guy, just soft. I think Wilson cares more about his hair sometimes than the W. See what happens in Pittsburgh. Yeah. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see what happens. To see if they're gonna really do anything. I don't really think he was that bad last year with the Broncos, but the Broncos, like, he was actually top 5 in passing touchdowns for a majority of the season before he got benched. And then then they cut him. What happened to Fields? Nothing. They just decided they're going to start Russell Wilson now that he's healthy. It really makes no sense because, I mean, Justin Fields, he wasn't bad. He wasn't playing like an MVP, but he wasn't bad. But with Justin Fields, he was averaging about 184 yards a game, 5 touchdowns, and a pick. He also had 5 rushing touchdowns. So averaging about 2 touchdowns per game. A little under. But yeah, he wasn't bad, but they have Russell Wilson decided to start him now that he's healthy. Disagree. He was bad with the Broncos, but then again, the Broncos' offense is bad. He was definitely awful with the Broncos in his first year, but I think last year I'm not saying he was a top 5 quarterback, but he was definitely he got way too much hate last year for how he actually performed because he was okay last year. Much better than his first season in Denver, but he wasn't great, but he was a decent quarterback last year compared to his first year in Denver where he was just awful. But the Jets are going to get the football for their first possession here. Boswell has it teed up. 11:33 to go in the first quarter. And the kick is away. It's going to be fielded from a couple yards deep in the end zone and brought out. And returner runs into his own teammate and taken down. But Aaron Rodgers onto the field. Devontae Adams will take his first snap as a Jet as well. Reunited with his former Packer quarterback. And we'll see how they look here. So the Jets take over after not a great return, but they have the ball on their own 21-yard line. Actually, mark at the 22. Rodgers in the pistol. Rodgers will look to throw for the first time. Throw to the outside. That is, oh, incomplete. There is Devontae Adams. First play and a target right there. This one probably should be caught. I'm a little bit of a wide throw from Rodgers, but one that should definitely be caught. 2nd and 10. Bring Allen Lazard in motion, another former Packer. And here's a handoff to Breece Hall up the middle, and he'll pick up 2. Up to the 24. So an early 3rd down for the Jets. Rodgers, his numbers on the season, 231 passing yards per game, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. All worst or second worst through 6 games in his career. So he's gotten off to a really bad start this season. But here is a 3rd and 8 for the Jets. From their own 24, Rodgers in shotgun back on to his left. Rodgers looks to throw. Rodgers steps up in the pocket. He's pressured and he's taken down for a sack. Aaron Rodgers goes down on 3rd and 8, and the Steeler defense forces a 3 and out. It looked like Rodgers wanted to go deep, but then he decided against it at the last second. Ends up taking a sack. And the Jets can be forced to punt. He does a good job sliding to his left away from the pressure, but then he holds the ball for a little too long. So Thomas Morstead comes on to punt as the Jets go 3 and out. Calvin Austin back deep to receive. So Morstead's punt on 4th and 15. He gets this away cleanly. And Austin signals for a fair catch at the 36-yard line. And that is where the Steelers will take over for their second possession here in the first quarter. Rodgers and Adams giving you Packers vibes. Yeah, definitely. Allen Lazard on the team as well. You're a Packers fan, right? So, I mean, definitely can see why. But yeah, I mean, it's practically just the New York Packers at this point. New York Packers, yeah. It's, I mean, yeah, it's like everybody. Like, if you bring up the Jets roster, I'm trying to say, obviously you got Rodgers, Adams, Lazard. I feel like might be other people. It was Randall Cobb was on the team last year. But let's see if there's anyone else I'm forgetting who also played for the Packers. It doesn't seem so. Not that I'm aware of. But waiting for them to come back from commercial, Steelers getting the football back with 9:43 to go, leading by 6. Leading by 3. Got off a pretty solid start, getting to field goal range, and kick a field goal on their first possession, then force a 3 and out. The Steelers, their first drive went, let's see, 7 plays, 42 yards, took 3:27 off the clock. The Jets went 3 plays for a loss of 5 yards in a minute 50. So far, results in the poll, 80% of you guys said the Steelers will win. 20% have said the Jets. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. So 1st and 10 from the 36. Wilson under center. Wilson off play action looks to throw. Pressured. Will set up the screen to Jalen Warren out in the flat. And Warren makes a man miss and then cuts upfield for a pickup of about 3. Maybe got a 4th yard there. So 2nd and 6. They do give Warren 4 on the screen. From the 40, they will I formation. Wilson under center. I don't know if they've lined up in the shotgun one time today. A lot of under center looks. Hold on, this froze. Alright, here we go. Wilson, hands off, Warren up the middle, and he'll fight his way for about 4. I know now I'm really far behind because that decided to freeze up for a good 5 seconds. Alright, now we're good. So it's 3rd and short for the Steelers. Empty backfield for Wilson. Play clock at 2. Wilson looks to throw. Jets bring 5. Wilson rolls to his right. On the run. Throws downfield. Oh, incomplete. Dropped. I believe that's Calvin Austin, the intended target there. Incomplete. One he's probably got to catch. Yeah, that's definitely got to be caught. So here is the punt for the Steelers. As the Steelers defense forced a 3 and out, that the Jets defense forced a 3 and out. So the Steelers' first punt of the game is away. Fair catch signaled for, and oh, he muffed the punt. It does skip out of bounds. Very fortunate for the Jets, but that was a potential huge mistake by Xavier Gibson. It skips out of bounds to about the 19. But it got lucky, exactly. The Jets is very lucky. It does go out of bounds, and they're able to keep possession. Because there's a Steeler defender right there, ready to dive on that. So, it's about 8:08 to go in the first quarter. Jets come onto the field for their second possession on their own 18-yard line. Lost 5 yards on their first drive. Let's see if they can do better than that here on the second drive. The Jets 2-4 on the season. Steelers 4-2. The Jets currently tied for second with the Dolphins, but after today, obviously the Jets will have one more game played. And the Steelers, they're currently tied for second with the Ravens. Ravens play tomorrow. They play the Buccaneers. By the way, I'll also be streaming that game tomorrow night. So hopefully that will be a good one. I think that should be. There's a lot of good games this week. But still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Jets get the football for their second possession. But yeah, there's been a lot of good games this week. I mean, you got a good one tomorrow between the Buccaneers and Ravens. At least you would hope that's a good one. Uh, Packers, Texans, Lions, Vikings. I thought the Seahawks Falcons would be a lot closer. The Chiefs and 49ers wasn't necessarily as close as it should have been, but there are some good games this week. So 1st and 10 from the 18. Rodgers in the pistol. Rodgers hands off, and Hall going nowhere, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Oh, now we got. That's going to be a flag. Hall got thrown to the ground, apparently after whistles already blew. That's going to give him a free 15 yards. I don't have the volume on, so I couldn't hear exactly when they blew the whistles, but. It is an unnecessary roughness call against the Steelers. As he just throws Brees Hall to the ground. After the play is over. Are you going to go over today's scores at the half? Probably. So from the 32, Rodgers in shotgun. Looks to throw. Rodgers with time. Check down to Brees Hall in the flat. Hall with space after the catch. Brees Hall, first down and more, spinning his way to midfield. Nice catch and run for Brees Hall. And the Jets, between the penalty and this drive, have already more than quadrupled their yardage total on the first drive. But also, really nice job here, Brees Hall getting about 18 yards after the catch. So the ball just barely inside the 50. Rodgers in shotgun. Looks to throw. Rodgers over the middle, caught by Adams. His first catch is a Jet. And he'll lunge forward for about 9. Bring up 2nd and short. So 2nd and 1. Rodgers in shotgun, back line up to his right. Conklin in motion. Rodgers hands off Brees Hall. He's going nowhere. They have not been able to run the football at all. And he loses 3 to make it a 3rd and 4. Absolutely nowhere to run for Brees Hall. It's supposed to go, looks like inside. But safety Deshaun Elliott comes up to make a tackle. So 3rd and 4. Rodgers empty backfield, looks to throw. Rodgers pump fakes, now throws. That is completed to Lazard. He stretches the ball forward. Looks like the spot's going to come in just a little short. Lazard tried to get the first down, but he may have been down before he was able to actually stretch the ball out. And now a decision here for the Jets. It's 4th and inches. Here's a good look at this. No, I think he has enough for a first down. Looking at it from that angle right there, I think he had enough. Go for it. Yeah, I agree. Now they do give him enough for a first down. So you don't have to worry about that. So first down Jets, under 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Steelers up 3-0. So Rodgers in shotgun. Hall lined up to the left. Conklin motions out wide. Rodgers looks to throw. Sets up the screen to Breece Hall. Makes a man miss. Hall in space after the catch across the 30-yard line to the 27. And a nice catch and run for Breece Hall. That's his second good pickup after the catch on this drive. Had 18 yards on the second play of the drive. This one goes for about 12. Another first down for the Jets. Moving the ball a lot better on this drive than on their first. Breece Hall last week against the Bills played 87% of the snaps, 23 touches, 113 rushing yards, 56 receiving yards. All those numbers season highs. Hall not in the game on this play. Rodgers swing pass out to Braylon Allen, the rookie from Wisconsin, and he's going to get a block on the outside and will fight his way for about a yard. Not much space though. Brings up a 2nd down and 9. They'll actually give him two there to make it 2nd and 8. So Rodgers in shotgun. Braylon Allen lined up to his right. From the Steeler 25, Rodgers quick throw to the outside, caught by Garrett Wilson. Makes a man miss. Wilson to the outside. Forced it to bounds at the 14. Nice catch and run for Garrett Wilson, his first catch of the game. And another first down for the Jets. There was rumors that other teams were looking to potentially trade for Garrett Wilson, which makes no sense. Because there's no way the Jets are going to trade him. But, yeah, that was weird earlier this week. But then I got a great receiver duo with Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams. 1st and 10 at the 13. Rodgers hands off. Breece Hall up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Breece Hall to the outside. He's in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with the game's first touchdown, and the Jets take their first lead of the day. Breece Hall caps off an 8-play, 82-yard drive, and the Jets with the game's first touchdown. This was a really good drive for the Jets. They go right down the field. 8 plays, 82 yards, and ends in a, I believe, 12-yard rushing touchdown for Breece Hall. Here's Greg Zuerlein for the extra point. Struggled kicking last week against the Bills, but his extra point is up and good. So 7-3, Jets lead the Steelers after a Breece Hall rushing touchdown, and they lead 7-3 with 2:27 to go in the first quarter. That was a 13-yard touchdown run by Breece Hall. Officially a 9-play, or I thought it said 8 plays before, but apparently a 9-play, 82-yard drive, 5:41 off the clock. Best drive of the day for either side by far. The Jets still haven't had much of a run game. Breece Hall, 4 carries, 11 yards, 2.8 yards a carry, that is. I mean, has gotten in the end zone just now, but haven't really ran the ball that effectively. Most of the yards on that drive through the air. Rodgers on that drive went 6 of 6 for 58 yards. 31 of them actually went to Breece Hall. But the Steelers look at the football back, trailing for the first time. But still waiting for them to come back from commercial. So far, results on the poll. 70% of you guys said the Steelers will win. 30% have said the Jets. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. And I also put out a poll in the community tab of my channel, where you guys can be sure to look for polls, updates, anything like that. And on that poll, let me find it. It was actually reversed. 62% of you guys said the Jets would win. 38% said the Steelers. Hey, how's it going? If you guys are wondering who I have in this game, I've got the Jets close. I believe I said 21-17, but I'm not sure. Jets gonna win easy. We'll see. I mean, they're up right now, but I don't really think either team's gonna have an easy game. Whoever gets to win, I think this is gonna be a hard fought victory for either team, especially with how good both defenses are. I think it's a pretty tightly contested game. This kickoff is touchback and will be brought out to the 30. So Russell Wilson and the Steelers offense on the field for the third time today. They went and kicked a field goal on their first drive, and then on their second drive went 3 and out. So here's their third drive. Trailing for the first time 7-3, 2:27 to go in the first quarter. First and 10 from the Steelers 25. Sorry, from the Steelers 30. Here comes a blitz. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. That is incomplete. Wanted George Pickens on the outside. His first target of the game, covered tightly by Sauce Gardner. Pickens did not expect the ball to get there that quickly. Wilson has a point to prove. Was Denver right to cut him? He needs to produce wins. He does need to win. I mean, he definitely needs to reprove himself as a decent quarterback. Toss to Harris running right, and Harris tripped up for a loss of 3. That's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Now, as far as was Denver right to cut him, I would say no, because he wasn't having a terrible season last year. I mean, 26 touchdowns, 8 picks in 15 games is pretty solid. And at that point, he was one of the passing touchdown leaders. Get back to that in a second. Wilson to throw here. Rolls was left. Pressured. That is tipped at the line and incomplete. And the Jets defense going to force a 3 and out. Will McDonald, he's been great so far this season for the Jets. Gets a pass deflection there. And this Jets defense forces back-to-back Steeler 3 and outs. But back to what I was saying with cutting Wilson. I don't think they were right to cut him, although because he wasn't playing terribly last year, but I do think they're probably in a better position now with a young quarterback that can potentially develop as opposed to someone who's clearly not going to be the quarterback you expected when you brought him in. Xavier Gibson catches this one cleanly up the sideline. Gibson out of bounds at about the 23. And that's where the Jets offense takes over. Jets obviously playing their second game under Jeff Ulbrich, their interim head coach, after they fired Robert Saleh. Fields over Wilson, Jets 27-13. Wow. I could understand that, but I think it'll be a little closer. I think I got the Jets 21-17 or something like that. I don't remember the exact score I said. Fields over Wilson, I mean, it's pretty close, I would say. I would say probably just because of his mobility, but Wilson can run as well. Hall tripped up after a gain of just a yard on this play. Running left. And brings up 2nd and 11. Wilson with another 3 and out. Seen that plenty of times. You definitely have as a Broncos fan. So 2nd and 11. Rodgers in shotgun. Lazard in motion. Rodgers looks to throw. Has time. Rodgers throws over the middle too high. Incomplete. 3rd and 11. Devontae Adams the target. He was open. So 3rd and long here for the Jets. I believe that was the 3rd target today for Devontae Adams. He's caught one of them. So 3rd and 11, 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Rodgers in shotgun, Hall lined up to his right. Steelers show blitz. Here they come. Rodgers takes a shot down the field, overthrew Garrett Wilson, incomplete. And the Steeler defense going to force a 3 and out. Joey Porter Jr. in coverage. Tight coverage on Garrett Wilson, but also not the greatest throw from Rodgers. He knew he had to get rid of it quickly with the blitz coming, but definitely rushed his throw a little bit. This punt from Morstead is away. Calvin Austin back deep to receive. Fields this at the 34 and taken down right there. Good punt coverage by the Jets. And sets the Steelers up at their own 34-yard line, trailing by a score of 7-3 with 37 seconds left in the first quarter. So the teams trade 3 and outs. And the Jets unable to build off a good offensive drive their previous time. Russell Wilson 2 for 6, 19 yards today. Lines up under center from the 34. Wilson hands off to Harris running right. Harris is taken down, gaining 2. CJ Mosley makes the tackle, and that could very well be the final play of the first quarter. Don't have to run another play. 25 seconds left. Let's see. Will the Steelers run another play? They don't have to. 10 seconds left. They might just see if they can try to draw him off sides. No, they won't even bother lining up. But we reach the second quarter, and the one Jets lead 7-3. Steelers with the football, 2nd and 8 on their own 36. Steelers offense really hasn't done much. They've thrown the ball for 19 yards, run it for 32. And they're averaging 4.6 yards a carry, which is solid, but pass game, not really doing it. But we enter the second quarter. The Steelers with football on their own 36, 2nd and 8. In the first quarter, teams pretty similar. 61 yards for the Jets, 51 for the Steelers. Yards per play is very similar, 4.1 to 3.9 in favor of the Jets. The Jets outpassing the Steelers 51-19, but the Steelers ran the ball more effectively. Pretty similar first quarter. Really, the only difference is the Jets' good drive ended in touchdowns. The Steelers' good opening drive ended in a field goal. So far, results in the poll: 71% of you guys said the Steelers will win. 29% said the Jets. Be sure to vote if you have not already done so. Oh, yeah, now that we got a commercial, let me check the score I said. I think I said 21-17, but can't really remember. Let me check real quick. Yeah, 21-17, I got the Jets winning. So 2nd and 8 for the Steelers here as we enter the second quarter. Wilson in shotgun, Harris lined up to the left. Wilson, quick throw to the outside that is way behind his intended receiver in Calvin Austin and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 8. Don't exactly know what went wrong there, but that was a good 3 yards behind him. Wilson, rough start, 2 of 7 for 19 yards. There's an empty backfield on 3rd and 8. Warren motions in the backfield to the right of Wilson. Jets bring up blitz. Wilson, pressured, steps up in the pocket, throws to the outside. Another incompletion. Looking for Calvin Austin. This one again bounces to him, and it's 4th and 8. So the Steelers going to go another 3-and-out as the teams trade 3-and-outs once again. There's good enough protection where he's able to step up and get a throw off, but not even make a very good throw. The punt is away on 4th and 8, and it is fair caught at the 12-yard line by Xavier Gibson, and that is where the Jets will take over. 14:45 to go in the second quarter. So the Jets went 3-and-out on their last drive. Let's see if they can actually pick up a first down this time. Rodgers couldn't hear the play. Now they've got it. So 1st and 10 from the 13. Rodgers in the pistol. Hall lined up behind him. Adams in motion. Handoff to Brees Hall running right. Tries to bounce outside, then forced to cut it back inside. And flag comes in. Hall picks up 5 if it stands. Could come back due to a hold. It will come back. It is a hold against Jets. Right guard Elijah Vera Tucker call for the penalty, and that backs him up 10. Actually, that'll back him up, what, 6? 6.5 yards? Because it's half the distance to the goal. So both quarterbacks are washed up, maybe. Could be the case. I mean, Wilson is definitely washed, and Rodgers has not looked like anywhere close to his former self. So 1st and 16 following the penalty. From their own 7-yard line, Rodgers to throw. Rodgers finds Hall out of the backfield, and Brees Hall picks up about 5. Actually the game's leading receiver so far. So 2nd and 11 from their own 12-yard line. Conklin motions out wide. Rodgers in shotgun. Looks to throw. Rodgers pressured. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. TJ Watt with pressure. Cam Hayward bats it down. And just like that, it's 3rd and 11. I'm sorry, that actually wasn't TJ Watt. He was lined up on the other side. I don't know who that was. Number 56. But 3rd and 11 here for the Jets. Rodgers in shotgun. Looks to throw. Rodgers gets rid of it quickly to Devontae Adams. Makes the man miss after the catch. And he's awfully close to a first down. Spot's going to commit a little short. Looks like it's going to be 4th and about a yard. So the Jets pick up 10, needed 11. Yeah, he's short by a full yard. And it's going to be, the Jets going to be forced to punt it away. So 4th and 1. Team Jets go 3 and out on their last 2 drives. I believe the Steelers have also gone 3 and out in their last 2, maybe 3. Morstead punts it away. And wow, this is a pretty good kick. Fair call at the 31-yard line. That's a nice punt. Let's see exactly how long that was. Let's see. The punt for Morstead, only 47 yards? I thought that seemed a lot longer. But let's see. We have seen a lot of 3 and outs in this game. Every time a team has punted, they've actually gone 3 and out. Jets have gone 3 and out 3 times. Same with the Steelers. We've seen 8 total drives combined. 6 of them have ended in 3 and outs. The one exception, obviously, the scoring drive for each team. The Steelers on their opening drive, the field goal off a 7-play, 42-yard drive, and then the Jets on their second drive went 9 plays, 82 yards, 5:41 off the clock, scored a touchdown. But outside of those 2 drives, all 3 and outs. Uh, Kickers are going to be sore after the game. Yeah, at this rate, definitely. They'll punt like 50 times. Let's see. I wonder what punter has actually punted the most. I wonder if they track that. Probably. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find what punter has punted the most. For some reason, I can't filter by punts, so I'll just have to look at it this way. Looks like the Broncos. Well, they played this week already. But it looks like Riley Dixon, the Broncos punter, the guy who's punted the most so far at 38 times. I don't know if they'll track that for teams. Probably not. But waiting for them to come back from commercial here. Actually, they just got back. Right as I said that. First down, run for a pickup of about a yard. Not much space. So 2nd and 9 here for the Steelers. Wilson under center. Wilson tosses to Harris running right. Harris makes jump cut and picks up about 2. Not much space. We do have a flag on the play. Hold on, let's check this. It is holding, settle back. Steelers up 10. It's on tight end Pat Fryermuth. 10 yards from the spot. So it's going to be a 2nd and probably 18, 19, somewhere around there. 4-3 now, I think. Yeah, the Broncos, they've looked good. I mean, what's that? 1-4 their last 5? It's going to be 2nd and 16 here for the Steelers. Wilson under center. It's now 2nd and 17 that officially marked as. Wilson off play action. Take a deep shot down the sideline. Looks for Pickens. Oh, he caught it. George Pickens with a huge catch for the Steelers. Big throw and catch from Wilson to Pickens. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a back shoulder throw. I didn't think so, but doesn't matter as the Steelers play big play down the field. Oh, that was actually a one-handed catch by Pickens as well. Really nice play for the Steelers. That was a one-handed catch. Wow, what a play. Pick up a 44. Just like that, they're at the Jets' 32. There's a handoff to Jalen Warren, and he'll pick up about 4 on the first down carry. Lions continue to impress. Yeah, the Lions, they've looked great. I mean, they beat the Vikings today. Now, there's only one undefeated team left in the NFL. But, I mean, with the Lions able to beat the Vikings now, I think they might be the NFC favorites. At least right now. They've looked really good. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 29. Wilson off play action rolls right. Throws right. Caught by Washington. With space after the catch. Darnell Washington lowers the shoulder. Gains about 15 to the 10-yard line. Ravens versus Lions Super Bowl. I was actually just thinking that. I was thinking if, like, right after I said the Lions might be NFC favorites right now, I was thinking who would be in the AFC. Obviously, the Chiefs are right there, but the Ravens. Ravens Lions they're probably the 2 best teams, or 2 of the 4 best teams right now. Both look really good. Here's handoff to Harris up the middle for 5, down to the 6. Actually, give him 6 on that one. But yeah, Ravens Lions, could be a great matchup. Najee Harris, 7 carries, 30 yards here. They go back to him on the ground running left, and Harris, this time taken down for a loss. Nowhere to run. So it's going to be a 3rd and about 7. He just had nowhere to go. Inside, outside, just Jets defenders everywhere. Quincy Williams eventually makes the tackle. Wilson with time, plenty of time to throw. Like, all day. Now Rose was right. Wilson just throws it away. But he had all kinds of time on that one. Ends up being incomplete, and is now 4th and 10. So, the Steelers will be forced to settle for another field goal. Chris Boswell 1 for 1, made a 46-yarder, has missed just one time on the season. This one a chip shot from 29 yards away. Boswell's kick is good. So 7-6, the Jets lead. Lead is cut to 1 after the Steelers kick a field goal. 8:20 to go in the first half. You take Kansas City over the Ravens to make the Super Bowl. Yeah, I would say they're probably the two best teams in the AFC right now, but I don't know, obviously I'd like to see somebody different, not the Chiefs, but they just continue to find a way. They beat the 49ers today. They're looking good defensively. Obviously can never count them out. I think with Henry at running back, Ravens go all the way this time. Very possible. I mean, that was one of their big problems last year in the AFC Championship game. They just didn't run the football. And with how Derrick Henry is playing right now, he's leading the NFL in, I believe, rushes, rushing yards, and rushing touchdowns. Yeah, 119 carries, that's first. 704 yards, 8 touchdowns. Now, obviously, it's only week 7. So there's still a long way to go in this season before we get to the Super Bowl, but I do think the Ravens are they're a pretty good bet. No, Chiefs will always win with Mahomes and Reed. Yeah, you can never count them out. But I mean, could they become the first team to win 3 Super Bowls? Definitely. But I mean, at least there seems to be some teams who could potentially challenge the Chiefs for their top spot in the AFC. So they're now back from commercial. Jets can get the football up by 1, 7-6. Steelers with a couple of field goals. Jets with a touchdown. So 8:20 to go in the first half. And this kick for the Jets will be fielded from the goal line and brought out. Here is Xavier Gibson on the return. Tries to get to the outside. Unable to turn the corner, but he's going to get up to the 28-yard line before he's taken down. What are Mahomes' stats so far, just out of interest? They're actually not great. I don't know them exactly, but they're not very good, especially for his standards. I'm not saying they're bad, but for his standards, pretty bad. I don't know if this is including this game with today. Hold on. Let me check. I'll get to that after this play. 1st and 10 from the 28. Rodgers looks to throw. Rodgers throws quickly over the middle, caught by Adams for a gain of 11, and a Jets first down. But Mahomes' stats so far this season: 1,235 yards, 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. No, that was coming into today. Hold on. That can't be right. He's got 8 picks? Jeez. He threw 2 today. That's not including today. So he's really got, hold on. Handoff to Braylon Allen. He powers his way ahead for about a yard. Let me add this up real quick. He has 1,389 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Those are his numbers on the season. That includes today's game against the 49ers. So here is a 2nd and 9 for the Jets. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Rodgers in shotgun. Hall lined up to his right. Rodgers looks to throw. Pressured. Throws. Oh, I thought he just threw a pick. Instead, he finds Breece Hall with space after the catch. Breece Hall cutting his way inside Steeler territory. Hall inside the 20. Breece Hall fighting his way to the end zone. Hall out of bounds inside the 5. Breece Hall down to the 2-yard line. A big catch and run. He's been so good as a receiver today for the Jets. 1st and goal. Big catch and run for Breece Hall. I thought Rodgers threw a pick because I thought it went right to the Steeler, but I didn't see Breece Hall make the catch. But a big play there for the Jets. And Rodgers just does a nice job. Just finds a check down under pressure. And then Hall able to get about 50 yards after the catch. He's got 4 catches for 93 yards today. 1st and goal, ball on the 3. They empty the backfield. And we got a timeout called. It's a play clock. It's 0. First timeout spent by either side. 6:20 to go in the second quarter. Let's see. They went from their own 45 to the 3. So that is what? 52 yards on the catch and run. Not bad. Hall is underrated. Yeah, definitely agree. He's a very good player. So here's a 1st and goal for the Jets. Ball on the 3-yard line. Breece Hall not in for this play. Looks like the same formation. Empty backfield for Rodgers. Actually, I think it's a little different. Tight ends on the opposite side, but otherwise pretty similar. Rodgers from the 3 looks to throw. Throws a fade to the end zone, incomplete. Oh, wait, hold on. Mike Williams just caught that. I think he was out of bounds. So that actually wasn't Mike Williams. That was a different receiver. Thought it was Mike Williams. Oh, hold on. Is his knee in bounds? He doesn't maintain control through the ground anyway, but what an attempt there. It looked like it was intended for Devontae Adams, but overthrown. But there was another receiver. Here's Breece Hall. Tries to get into the end zone. Let's see. Is he in? Jets say touchdown. No, the spot comes in a little inside the 1. But Hall spun his way for about 2 yards there. 3rd and goal. Here's a good look. The second effort, he's going to get close to the goal line. Can't tell when he's down. It's 3rd and goal. Ball inside the 1. Rodgers, another handoff. No, Rodgers, play action. Finds Tyler Conklin, fooled the entire Steelers defense, and fooled me. And the Jets, with their 2nd touchdown of the day. 6 plays, 72 yards, 2:51 off the clock. Wait, hold on. Looks like the ref's going to make some kind of announcement. Is Rodgers hurt? I'm so confused. Oh, the extra point gets blocked. Zerline has it blocked. Now, if you run this back, it's 2 points the other. Now we got a flag. I'm so confused with what's going on right now. It looks like the Jets wanted to originally challenge that Breece Hall was short, but their coach, Jeff Ulbrich, dropped the challenge flag, so he couldn't throw it on the field before the play started. The Jets scored a touchdown, so I mean, it works that he dropped the flag. But now, the, the touchdown is good. Obviously, it's 13-6 right now. The extra point got blocked. Looks like Minka Fitzpatrick jumped the line, but I think he's allowed to do that. He, let's see, it's hard to tell if he pushes off anybody or not. Doesn't look like it, but they say he does. The rules: he cannot use an opponent to push off of. It doesn't look like he pushes off him though. The Steelers special teams coach extremely upset about that. But now after the penalty, the Jets gonna line up to go. Oh, I just realized I never changed the scoreboard. But the Jets gonna line up to go for two. The ball on the 1 yard line. Rodgers in shotgun. Hall line up to his left. They try to go for two. Rodgers off play action. Throws. Got it. Garrett Wilson makes the catch, and the Jets take advantage of the Steelers penalty, which I don't really think is a penalty. And it's now 15-6. 9-point Jets lead. But it looked like Minka Fitzpatrick was the guy who jumped the line of scrimmage. But he's like on the. He's allowed to jump the line as long as he was on the line of scrimmage, which he was. But he touched the back of the defender. He touches him. He doesn't push off of him. So I think that should be a good blocked field goal, but I don't know. The refs said no. But the Jets able to capitalize off the penalty, and it's now 15-6. While the Wilson curse in full effect tonight. Yeah, definitely. And the Steelers' offense not looking so good. But I mean, the Steelers' offense usually doesn't look very good. They scored just 6 points. They have 119 yards, 81 passing yards, but 44 of them came on one play. On the big play to George Pickens. But waiting for them to come back from commercial. After right as I said that, they just got back. Alright, so they actually now say, obviously it's still a penalty, but the rules expert says it shouldn't have been a penalty for Minka Fitzpatrick. Here's a big catch and run. Pat Fryman inside Jets territory, still going. Fighting down to the 39, a big catch and run to start this drive for the Steelers. A gain of 30. And a big catch and run for the Steeler tight end. But the rules expert on the broadcast just explaining it shouldn't have been a penalty, but obviously can't change it now. But it's because he didn't push off of anybody, which makes sense. So from the Jets 40, Wilson under center, off play action pressured, flag flies, shovel pass this forward, incomplete. We'll check on the flag, probably be a hold. I thought the Steelers started 3-0 or 4-0, and now this. Yeah, they did start 3-0. I don't think they went 4-0. But it was a 3-0 start. Now they're 4-2. Lost 2 of the last 3. So we got a hold against the Steelers. Backs them up 10 to a 1st and 20. The third Steeler penalty. They've got 3 penalties for 35 yards. Jets, just 1 penalty for 6 yards. 1st and 20. Ball on exactly midfield. Wilson in shotgun. Warren lined up to the left. Wilson looks to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Gonna watch one way down the field. That is incomplete. Wanted Pickens again. Was able to grab it for a second, but couldn't maintain control through contact with the ground. And it's incomplete to bring up 2nd and 20. So the Jets right guard Elijah Vera Tucker headed to the locker room. Hopefully he's okay. So 2nd and 20 following the incompletion. Wilson under center. Off play action. Wilson steps up in the pocket, pressured, and unable to spin away from the defender. He goes down for a sack. Will McDonald, one of the NFL sack leader, with the sack there. And it's now 3rd and 24. First sack of the day for the Jets defense. And it's 3rd and a mile. McDonald, former 1st round pick, got off to a slower start. But quick throw to Pickens. And Pickens wrapped up after getting to the 43. So the Steelers will be forced to punt again. Unless they want to attempt a really long field goal. It's going to be 4th and 13. They did a good job just throwing it to Pickens quickly because Sauce Gardner was on the opposite side of the field. And yes, the Steelers will punt. So the punt is away. And it will... Oh, it's going to check up. Nice punt. It checks up at the 1-yard line before it's eventually downed inside the 5. What a punt for the Steelers. It bounced at the 3. What a punt. And the Jets backed up deep inside their own territory. If you were a general manager and had first pick, who are you taking at quarterback next draft? That's a really good question. I really don't know if there's a quarterback worth the 1st overall pick. Because I mean, you look at some of the best quarterback prospects, or I don't know if there's one that I take number one overall. I don't love a ton of the players right now. I mean, Shador Sanders, he's good. I don't know if I would take him number one. Cam Ward, I really like out of Miami. Really like him. I think he might be my top quarterback prospect at the moment. I'm not the biggest Shador Sanders fan. Um, Carson Beck hasn't played that well. Quinn Ewers hasn't played that well. I'm both gonna end up playing their way into the first round the rest of the season, or we pick there based off potential. But I really not a huge fan of a lot of the quarterback prospects right now, except Cam Ward. I've been a big Cam Ward fan. Or are you taking a different position? I might go a different position. Obviously, it depends on the team there and what their needs are. The current draft order, the Patriots would have the first pick. So obviously, they don't need a quarterback, but obviously, it depends on the team. But I might go with like a Travis Hunter is such a weird player. He's so good, but can he sustain playing both sides of the ball in the NFL? Obviously, doing a good job at Colorado right now, and could very well be the first pick, but it's just hard to tell. I mean, I might just take Travis Hunter, number one, but still very much wide open. It's not like how it's been in past years where it's like you've known who the number one pick was going to be. Like last year, Caleb Williams, or a few years ago, Trevor Lawrence. It's not like that this year, which I think it's more fun when the draft is like that, when it could really go a number of different directions at number one. There's really a battle for that top spot the entire college season. Cam Ward to the Raiders. Could be. I mean, the Raiders, they need a quarterback. Rodgers looks to throw here, going to take a shot. Down the field, wants Lazard. Nice back shoulder throw and catch. Up to the 28-yard line. Really nice catch. From Rodgers to Allen Lazard. Lazard caught the Hail Mary last week at the end of the first half. Yeah, he gets both feet in. Really nice throw and catch. Can't do it better. Hunter has big talent. Yeah, he's a great player. Also, we reached a 2-minute warning here. In the first half, 15-6, the Jets lead. 2 minutes to go in the first half. But 2 minutes to go here in the first half. The Jets also get the football to begin the second half. So they're in a pretty good spot here. But waiting for them to come back here from commercial, 2 minutes to go in the first half. But going back to the draft on potential first overall picks and stuff like that. I mean, there's a bunch of players to go. Obviously, a lot of mock drafts have Travis Hunter going number 1. But obviously, also still really early. It could very well be a defensive player, a tackle. Still lots of options. So 1st and 10 Jets, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Leading 15-6. From the 30, Rodgers in shotgun, Breece Hall lined up behind him. Now Hall shifts to his right. Handoff to Hall up the middle, and Breece Hall with a solid run picks up 6. So 2nd and 4, 100 seconds left here in the first half. Or a minute and 40. So 2nd and 4. Jets don't really seem to be in a hurry here. From their own 35, Rodgers looks to throw. Rodgers pump fakes, now throws over the middle. That is bobbled. Oh, that's picked off. Intercepted. Let's see exactly what happened here. It looked like that was deflected and intercepted. I'm not exactly sure what happens here. But the Steelers come away with the football. 1:15 to go in the first half. And they've got good field position. Let's see. Rodgers has time. Pump fakes and throws over the middle. It's a little behind him. Wants Garrett Wilson, then it is bobbled, but it's bobbled by the defender. Wow, nice catch. I mean, that's a very tight window to throw into for Rodgers. This leads him a little too far into the defender. And the Steelers take over. Wilson, quick throw to the outside, low, but caught by Pickens, and Pickens turns upfield, picks up... Sorry, that's Van Jefferson. But he picks up about 12. 1:05 to go, clock running. Do I remember you? I don't think so. Yeah, don't recognize the name, but... No, sorry. Handoff here to Jalen Warren up the middle, and Warren picks up about 4. We got 43 seconds left in the first half. And here's the first timeout called by the Steelers. That leaves each team with 2 timeouts remaining. So here's a 2nd and 7 for the Steelers. 43 seconds left. Wilson in shotgun, back line up to his left. Right. Wilson looks to throw, given time, going to take a shot. Down the field, that is... Oh, incomplete. Pickens the target. There is a flag. Sauce Gardner in coverage. Going to be defensive pass interference against Sauce Gardner. That's a terrible call. That's not interference. That is that's a terrible call. That's not pass interference. Sauce Gardner was slowed up on that play. He's slowly walking off the field here. But I don't think that was pass interference. There was definitely contact, but George Pickens has a chance to catch the ball. I do not believe that's interference. So 1st and 10 here from the 11-yard line following the penalty. Wilson in shotgun, back line up to his left. Wilson looks to throw, looking left. Now pressure, Wilson rolls to his right, throws low, incomplete. Wanted Jalen Warren. So 2nd and 10 from the 11. Empty backfield for Wilson. Couple of players in motion. Stack, 3 receivers left. Wilson in shotgun. Looks to throw. Gonna take a shot. To the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens with a nice catch. And the Steelers with their first touchdown of the game. It is now 15-12. 4 plays, 54 yards, 48 seconds off the clock. And they capitalize off the Rodgers interception. That's a big touchdown for them right before the half because the Steelers don't. The Jets get the football before or after halftime, so that's a big touchdown there. Extra point will get them within 2. And that's a big scoring drive there for the Steelers. Boswell's kick is good. 15-13. Jets lead the Steelers. They capitalize off the Rodgers interception. And the Steelers offense actually taking shots downfield. It is so much more enjoyable to watch. I watched the Steelers-Cowboys game a couple weeks ago on Sunday Night Football when I streamed that. It was so boring watching the Steelers offense. I mean, is the Steelers offense entertaining to watch right now? Not exactly, but at least they're taking their shots downfield. I like what they're doing. And they're at least taking some chances down the field and trying to at least make a play, as opposed to just run the ball or throw a screen every play, which is practically what they did a couple weeks ago against the Cowboys. Was the Rodgers interception bad? His fault. Was it bad? It wasn't terrible, but he was trying to throw into a very tight window and didn't make the best throw. He threw a very tight window and he threw a little behind the receiver, causing it to get picked. But it wasn't entirely his fault, but it wasn't that bad. Here's the return on the kickoff up to the 21 before he stopped. And speaking of 21 seconds left here in the first half. Jets do have a timeout. I wonder if they could potentially try to do something here. I mean, they got a Hail Mary. They got a Hail Mary last week, so maybe they can do it again this week. From their own 21, Rodgers, throw to the outside, caught by Wilson. What behind him? Wilson taken down. Big loss, and that they should just go to halftime after that one. And it appears that's what they'll do. Yeah, that brings us to halftime. Better throw from Rodgers, and maybe that's a solid pickup for the Jets, and it's completely different right now. But he throws it behind him. Wilson has to spin around to make the catch. Ends up being taken down for a loss, and now it's halftime. Jets do get the football to begin the second half, so maybe they can get points there. But 15-13, Jets lead at halftime. And we'll have to see how the second half plays out. Close game so far, as expected. Honestly, a little more scoring than I thought we'd see. But 17-13 at halftime. And I'm going to go take a quick break because I do halftime of every game I stream. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. Thank you guys for staying with me as a quick break. But the Jets lead the Steelers 15-13 at the half. And it is a little bit higher scoring than I thought it would be. I thought we'd see a little bit more defense, but as I expected, at least a tightly contested first half. But as far as my updated score prediction goes, I originally said Jets would win by a score of 21-17. I think it'll be a little bit higher scoring than that, but I am going to stick with my original prediction of the Jets. Obviously, a 2-point lead at the half, and their offense is playing somewhat well. And let's go with an updated score prediction. I'll stick with the Jets, and we'll say Jets by a score of... Let's say Jets win... We'll say 26-20. Updated score prediction. Then, going over stats from the first half, beginning with player stats for the Jets. Rodgers, 13 of 19, 158 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Was sacked one time for a loss of 7. Rushing for the Jets, Breece Hall, 8 carries, 21 yards, and a touchdown. Braylon Allen, 1 carry for 1 yard. Receiving for the Jets, Breece Hall is their leading receiver. He's actually the game's leading receiver, with 4 catches for 93 yards. Devontae Adams, 3 catches, 30 yards. Allen Lazard, 2 for 24. Garrett Wilson, 2 for 8. He's been pretty quiet so far. They did catch the 2-point conversion. Braylon Allen, 1 catch, 2 yards. Tyler Conklin, 1 catch, 1 yard. And Irvin Charles was targeted but did not come with the catch. For the Steelers, Russell Wilson, 8 of 17 for 145 yards, a touchdown, no picks, was sacked 1 time for a loss of 4 yards. Rushing for the Steelers, Najee Harris, 8 carries, 25 yards. Jalen Warren, 4 for 15. And Russell Wilson, 1 carry for a yard. And receiving for the Steelers, George Pickens, 3 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. Darnell Washington, 2 for 33. Pat Fryermuth, 1 for 30. Van Jefferson, 1 for 11. Jalen Warren, 1 for 4. And Calvin Austin, 3 targets, but hasn't come with the catch. Then team stats from the first half. First downs, the Jets lead there 10-8. Total yards, the Steelers are actually outgaining the Jets 182 to 173. Yards per play is just about the same at 6 for the Jets to 5.9 for the Steelers. Passing, 151 for the Jets, 141 for the Steelers. Rushing, neither teams run the ball that effectively, but 41 rushing yards for the Steelers, 21 for the Jets. Jets, 2 touchdowns and 2 red zone trips. Steelers, 1 in 2 trips. Penalties, 2 penalties, 35 yards for the Jets, 4 for 36 for the Steelers. The Jets with 1 turnover, the Steelers haven't turned it over. And time possession, 15-45 for the Jets, 14-15 for the Steelers. So, pretty even first half. And then we'll go over scores from around the league while we wait for them to come back. On Thursday, the Broncos beat the Saints 33-10. Then, earlier today in London, the Jaguars beat the Patriots 32-16. Then the Eagles destroyed the Giants 28-3. The Seahawks, surprisingly, or at least this surprised me, 34-14 win over the Falcons. Did not see that coming. Bills beat the Titans 34-10. Bengals beat the Browns 21-14, although Deshaun Watson out for the year with a torn Achilles. Packers beat the Texans 24-22. Colts beat the Dolphins 16-10. The Lions handed the Vikings their first loss of the season 31-29. Rams beat the Raiders 20-15. Commanders beat the Panthers 40-7, although Jaden Daniels got hurt in that game with a rib injury, and hopefully he's okay moving forward. Then the Chiefs beat the 49ers 28-18. Brandon Ayuk likely tore his ACL. Hopefully he's okay. And then we got a couple of games tomorrow. Ravens Buccaneers, which I'll be streaming, and then Chargers Cardinals. But the second half should begin within the next couple of minutes. Alright, let me get this scoreboard ready for the second half. So, we're ready when it actually does start. Russell Wilson now has the longest active streak with a touchdown pass in 20 straight games. That's interesting. Breece Hall, 93 receiving yards in the first half. That's already most receiving yards by a running back this season. And he did it in the first half. But a great first half for him. Got in the end zone. Great job as a receiver. Solid job running the football as well. But here we are set to begin half number 2. The Jets going to get the football first, already up to 15-13 as we enter the second half. Chris Boswell kicks off, and this kick will be a touchback and come out to the 30-yard line. Now, that kick wasn't super deep in the end zone, probably only a couple yards deep, but I'm surprised more teams don't take a knee like the Jets just did. Because I feel like the Jets, or sorry, any team is a lot more likely to just, it would be a lot better for them just to start at the 30 with it being a touchback as opposed to trying to run it back. Obviously, if you run it back, you don't have the potential of a big return, but I feel like most of the returns I've seen with this kickoff format never get to the 30-yard line. But first and 10, Jets, ball on the 30. Rodgers in shotgun, Breece Hall lines up to his right, and prior to the snap, we have whistles. It can be a false start against the Jets. Garrett Wilson called for the penalty. Had a pretty quiet first half. Now you wonder how involved he will be with the offense. Not that Devontae Adams is a Jet, but I would think you could still get both of them pretty involved, though. Wilson, a very quiet first half. So first and 15 from the 25. Rodgers looks to throw. Pump fakes. A quick throw. Now throws over the middle. That is caught. There's Garrett Wilson. Across the 40, Wilson picks up about 17 yards, enough for a Jets first down. Nice first play of the second half. Right as I was talking about, he had a quiet first half. He's wide open. And Rodgers gets him the football. Pickup of 17. And a first down. So first and 10 from their own 42. Rodgers in the pistol. Hall lined up behind him. Hall gets the carry running left, and Hall taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not much running room. That is a common theme for the Jets. so far in this game. No space to run, but had a great game as a receiver. So it's a 2nd and 10 here for the Jets. Devontae Adams in the first half was on the field for 27 of the 29 offensive snaps. Saw 5 targets, caught 3 of them for 30 yards. 2nd and 10, quick throw caught by Garrett Wilson, and he is dragged down at midfield. Picks up about 7. Garrett Wilson up to 4 catches for 34 yards. Rodgers 184 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. 3rd and 2. Rodgers pressured over the middle, incomplete. Wanted Devontae Adams. Not sure if that was tipped at the line or what happened there. But it's 4th and 2. And the Jets going to punt. So 4th and 2, the Jets move the football a little bit, but then send on the punt unit. Thomas Morstead punts it away. And Austin fields this at his own 12, and he's going to get a good return of about 10 yards before he's out of bounds. I don't love punting in that situation for the Jets. 4th and 2, ball on about midfield. I don't love it. But the Steelers now going to take over for their first possession here in the second half. Their defense forces a punt, and now we'll see what the Steelers offense can do. They definitely improved as the half moved along. If you compare the first quarter, what they did in the first quarter, their drives. Field goal, punt, punt, punt. Second quarter, they went field goal, punt, touchdown. So much better in the second quarter as opposed to the first. And we'll have to see if they can continue to improve as the game progresses. Rodgers needs another darkness retreat. He just needs something. He has not been that good. But I mean, yeah, he's throwing the ball over a lot this season. He threw a pick today. That's now his 6th interception of the season. Which is excluding 2022 where he threw 12. That is, he has not thrown more than 10 interceptions since 2010. Oh, he did so in 2022 as well, but he's always been a player to very rarely turn the ball over. Coming into this game, he threw an interception, if I did my math correctly, every 72 pass attempts. But compared now this season, coming into the day, he's thrown a pick every 43 pass attempts. And if you include today, they're 22. Every about 40 pass attempts, he's thrown a pick, compared to his career rate of about about every 70. Handoff to Najee Harris straight ahead on first down, and Harris picks up 3. So 2nd and 7. Wilson in shotgun, looks to throw. Wilson pressured, and he is going to get, let's see, shovel pass to forward as he's dragged to the ground. They say he is able to get a throw off, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 7. Thought he was going to get sacked, but he's able to get a throw off at the last second. But it's now 3rd and 7 following the incompletion. Steelers yet to convert on 3rd down, 0 for 6. On their own 24, Wilson in shotgun, Jets show blitz. Jets rush 5. Wilson takes a shot down the field. He's got Pickens. Oh, George Pickens juggling catch. Wow. What a catch for George Pickens. That was underthrown by Wilson. It bounces off the defender. And Pickens able to make the catch. Then he loses control of it for a second, but he's still able to keep possession. What a play for George Pickens. He has played a great game. What a catch. He's now up to 104 yards and a touchdown in just 4 catches. Wilson off play action looks to throw. Will find Darnell Washington in the flat, and he's forced to bounce after gaining only a yard. I know a lot of people weren't a big fan of starting Russell Wilson over Justin Fields, but I think the Steelers' offense is a lot better, especially the pass game, with Russell Wilson as opposed to Justin Fields. They've been able to hit some downfield throws, and that's been a huge part. They barely even attempted downfield throws with Justin Fields. Wilson hands off to Najee Harris for a pickup of about 4. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Let me see if I can find the air yards per throw. So here is a 3rd and 5 for the Steelers. Jets bring pressure. Wilson floats one down the field. That is, oh, what a one-handed catch by Pat Freiermuth. Wow, this Steelers offense actually looks good. What a catch. What a catch. Pat Freiermuth with one hand. A 3rd down conversion for the Steelers. Their 2nd of the game. Both have come on this drive. What a play. So 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line. Wilson under center. Receiver in motion across the formation. Handoff to Jaylen Warren. Warren up the middle of the field. Jaylen Warren gains 10. Inside the 3-yard line before he's taken down. First and goal, ball on the 3. Wilson under center. Hands off to Warren again, and Jaylen Warren stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain. I just pulled up the air yards per attempt. Justin Fields. Oh, actually not as bad as I thought. Oh, wait, this is last year. Never mind. Look at the wrong season. This season, Justin Fields is 7.5 per attempt. I still thought that was worse. That's 15th in the league. So second and goal, ball on the 3. Wilson throws a fade to the end zone. Pickens juggling incomplete. Out of bounds before he was able to maintain possession. He's made some highlight reel catches today. That would have been another, but he's out of bounds. So it's third and goal for the Steelers, ball on the 3. $7:56 to go in the third quarter. Wilson in shotgun. Harris the back line to his left. Wilson looks to throw. Wilson with time. Throws underneath, incomplete. The receiver ended up on the ground. That was Van Jefferson. And it's now fourth and goal. Steelers want a flag. Yeah, good no call. Just got tangled up. And Jefferson ends up tripping. But here's Boswell. 2 for 2 on the day. Looking for his third made field goal to give the Steelers a 1-point lead. And Boswell's kick from 21 yards away is up and good. So the Steelers, they take their first lead since it was 3-0. As Chris Boswell's field goal gives them a 1-point advantage. It's now 16-15. Hold on 1 second. But waiting for them to come back from commercial here, Steelers up 16-15, 7:49 to go in the third quarter. Russell Wilson now 204 yards and a touchdown on 11 of 23 passing. I think he's actually looked pretty good today. Got off to a slow start, but he has definitely picked it up. And actually looking pretty good. I definitely agree with the decision, at least so far, with Wilson over Fields. The offense looks a lot better with Wilson under center. It's like they've already scored 16 points. Their season average, I think, just about 20. Let's see. The Steelers have already thrown for about 200 yards. Their season average was 166, and they're averaging 20 points per game. They've already scored 16. So, I mean, Mike Tomlin's the guy who sees practice every day. And I think, at least to this point, he made the right decision going with Russell Wilson over Justin Fields. Here is the return from Xavier Gibson. On the return, Gibson tries to cut up the middle, and he's not going to find any space trying to do so. Get to the 23-yard line. That is where the Jets will take over. Breece Hall has 93 receiving yards today, has forced 3 missed tackles, has 98 yards after the catch. That is the second most in his career. But he has done a great job. So the Jets with football for their second possession here in the second half. Rodgers looks to throw, sets up or tries to set up screen to Breece Hall. His throws a little wide and incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Hall motions out wide, leaving an empty backfield for Aaron Rodgers. Play clock at 2. Get the snap off. Rodgers to throw. Rodgers with time. Throws downfield. Oh, what a throw! Oh, it's picked! Wow, Garrett Wilson couldn't catch it. That is the most unfortunate interception for Aaron Rodgers. It's intercepted the return inside the 10-yard line. This might be a pick 6. He's dragged down inside the 5 by Devontae Adams. But that is the most unfortunate interception you will see. Rodgers makes a perfect throw, and Garrett Wilson can't catch it. That is a perfect throw. Wilson can't catch it. It bounces off. It bounces like off his shoulder. And it's picked off and returned inside the 5. Wow. Devontae Adams was able to take him down, but what an unfortunate interception for the Jets. The game's second turnover, both of them end up being Rodgers' interceptions, although there's no way you can put that one on him. So 1st and goal Steelers, the ball is on the 1-yard line. They just missed a pick 6. Huge for the Steelers. Yeah, that is big. I mean, not only do they have the lead right now, they have the possibility to extend the lead. We've got an injured Jet over on the sideline. Hopefully he's okay. Play is stopped. While they take a look at the injured player. But it's 1st and goal Steelers. They're up 16-15. With about 17 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's actually 7:22. Thought I saw the clock a little lower. But how about that? I mean, that is a perfect throw from Rodgers, right in between 2 defenders. And somehow it ends up being picked. I mean, that's one he has to catch. But obviously, hopefully the injured player is okay as they go to commercial. It's 1st and goal on the Jets' 1-yard line. 2 interceptions today, or 2 turnovers, both interceptions thrown by Rodgers. both have actually been picked off by the same player. Beanie Bishop, rookie from West Virginia, gotten both the interceptions. But let's see if the Steelers can yeah, but let's see if the Steelers can capitalize off this. The injured player still down. It's a lineman. He gets hit on the return, and I don't know. Hopefully he's okay. It's like that, a stretcher out there. Never want to see that. So hopefully he's okay. He got blocked in the interception return, but it doesn't look like anything. Too. It doesn't seem like anything too unusual happens. But obviously, hopefully the injured player is okay. Never want to see a player get hurt, especially what looks to be a serious injury. Although can't even really tell what happened. But still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Obviously, hopefully the injured player is okay. I believe it's actually their second string right guard because Elijah Vera Tucker left the game with injury before. Let's see. Let me check who it was. Yeah, it's their second string right guard, Xavier Newman, number 65. He's in for Elijah Vera Tucker, who left the game with an injury before. But hopefully he's okay. He's currently on a stretcher. So hopefully he's okay. It's Xavier Newman. Never want to see that, obviously. But still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Alright, so he is carted off the field. Obviously, hopefully he's okay. Back to the game here. First and goal, Steelers. Ball on the 1-yard line. Wilson under center. They go I formation. Harris, tailback. Wilson goes quarterback sneak. I have no idea where he is in the pile. The spot comes in short. He may have gotten in. I have no idea where he is. Now we get a signal touchdown. Russell Wilson with a quarterback sneak. And one play after the interception, Wilson with rushing touchdown. There is just no way to tell where the ball is. So whatever they rolled on the field is going to stand. Russell Wilson with his second or third touchdown. First rushing touchdown. But the Steelers, one play after the interception, score, touchdown. It looks like they're reviewing this. But, I mean, there's just no way to tell. Second touchdown of the day for Russell Wilson. One passing, one rushing. He could very well be short, but we have no idea because there's no view that's going to give you a clear look. So this should stand. Alright, now they're finally done reviewing it. The touchdown stands. And here's Boswell for the extra point to make it an 8-point game. Boswell's kick up and good. 23-15, Steelers lead the Jets. They capitalize off the interception one play later. And that's like the luckiest interception ever as well. So the Jets now going to get the football back, and hopefully they don't have an extremely unlucky interception this time. So 23-15, 7:15 to go in the third quarter. Boswell has it teed up and is set to send it away. And this will be returned. Oh, he slipped. Turf Monster got him. The The turf monster makes the tackle on the kickoff return. It's returned to like the 23. So the Jets have actually done a really good job containing TJ Watt today. Very quiet. So it's 1st and 10 Jets on their own 21, or sorry, own 26. Rodgers hands off to Breece Hall, and Hall will find about 5 yards. Originally not a ton of space, but a good push from the offensive line. Got some yardage there. Looks like they'll give him about 5, maybe 6 on 1st down. Jake Hansen now in at right guard for the injured Elijah Vera Tucker and Newman. Now, so hopefully Newman's okay. Was taken off the field in a stretcher. 2nd and 5. Rodgers off play action, looks to throw. Throws over the middle, caught by Allen Lazard to the 45-yard line. Nice pickup for the Jets. That's a 1st down. 6:15 to go in the 1st half. Lazard a little slow to get up after that one. And then slowly walks off the sideline. Hopefully he's okay. Lazard today, 3 catches, 39 yards. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Rodgers in the pistol. Rodgers hands off. Hall makes a cut. Breece Hall up the middle. Breece Hall! 1st down and more, 13 yards. Nice run there. Jets moving the football on this drive. Nice cut up the middle there by Breece Hall. So 1st and 10 from the 41. Rodgers in shotgun. Hall line up to his right. Rodgers looks to throw. Rodgers floats one out to Breece Hall in the flat, but incomplete. Didn't look like they were on the same page there. That brings up 2nd and 10. 5:01 to go in the 3rd quarter. So 2nd and 10 here. 5:01 to go. On the Steelers 41. Rodgers in shotgun. Braylon Allen, the rookie, lined up to his right. Allen gets the carry straight ahead, and he picks up about 4. Xavier Newman, the guy who was taken off the field in a stretcher. Great news. He has movement in his limbs. Good news. 3rd and 7. Rodgers pump fakes. Now shovel passes forward. Hall picks up about 6 as he dives forward. Brings up 4th down. This could be 4-down territory for the Jets. This is a long field goal. It's 4th and 1. I like the decision to go for this. Obviously, you could also see if you can draw him off sides. Aaron Rodgers, one of the best in the league at doing that. It's 4th and 1. Empty backfield for Rodgers. Play clock at 5. See, will they snap this? They will. Rodgers to throw. Rodgers over the middle, call for a 1st down. Mike Williams to the 18-yard line. And the Jets move the chains. Mike Williams with his first catch of the game. Rumors he was potentially on the trade block for the Jets after trading for Devontae Adams, but he makes a catch there and a big fourth down conversion for the Jets. Rodgers off play action rolls right. On the run, Rodgers throws incomplete. Wanted Garrett Wilson off his hands. 2nd and 10. Oh, Rodgers somehow cut his hand. Left hand is all bloody. So 2nd and 10. Aaron Rodgers tonight, 18 of 29, 220 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. So second and 10 on the Steelers 17. Jets down by 8, 2:51 to go. And we got a timeout called here by the Jets. The play clock, it's 0, unable to get the snap off in time. So prior to the play clock expiring, the Jets were able to get a timeout in. That's the first timeout spent by either team so far. So 2nd and 10, ball on the Steelers 17. Rodgers in shotgun, backline up to his left. 2:51 to go in the third quarter. Jets down by 8. Rodgers off play action, throwing bad at the line, incomplete. TJ Watt got a hand on that one. Very rare to say, but the Jets have done a great job of keeping TJ Watt under control. Obviously, he's always a huge factor whenever he plays, but Jets have done a really good job containing him. So 3rd and 10 here for the Jets. First down is inside the 7-yard line. Rodgers going to take a shot down the field, incomplete. Wanted Mike Williams, who somehow lost his balance and spent like his entire route trying to regain his balance. So it's 4th and 10. The Jets going to settle for 3. Greg Zuerlein, 8 of 12, 67%. That is the lowest percentage in the NFL, minimum 3 attempts. But Zuerlein from 35 yards away on the left hash. Oh, sorry. And Zuerlein's kick. Oh, it's blocked! Zuerlein has a field goal blocked, and it is no good. Gonna stay 13, 23-15. That is the 5th miss of the day, or of the season. Wow, if that was 5 misses on the day, that'd be a lot. 5th miss of the season for Zuerlein. This one blocked by the Steelers. There's a bunch of people who got an arm up. Couldn't really tell who that came off of. Might have been 94 Dean Lowry. But the Steelers block the field goal, and they take over at the 25. And now there's somebody running on the field. The Steelers, since 2022, 9 blocks on punts, field goals, and extra points. That's the most in the NFL since that period. So 23-15, Steelers lead. 1st and 10, 2:37 to go in the third quarter. Wilson under center. Off play action, Wilson rolls left. Wilson dumps this off to Washington in the flat, and he'll gain just a yard. Tackled right there, and brings up 2nd and 10. Russell Wilson today completed half his passes, 12 of 24 for 206 and a touchdown. This is 2nd and 8. Wilson in shotgun. Harris lined up to his right. Harris gets the carry, and he's taken down for loss of a yard. Javon Kinlaw stops him at the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 8. From their own 27-yard line, Steelers are 2 of 9 on 3rd down. Wilson in shotgun. 3 receivers stacked to his right. Or bunched to his right, whatever you call that. I think it's bunch. Wilson rolls to his right. Wilson throws low, caught by Warren. Spins his way inside. He has a 1st down. Jaylen Warren picks up 10 before he's chopped down. 1:06 to go in the third quarter. Nice play by Russell Wilson. He was pressured as he throws that. And it would get rid of it to Jaylen Warren. And then Jaylen Warren, nice job after the catch. Got an injured Jet on the field. Well, he's okay. Number 21. He's helped off. It's 1st and 10 Steelers. Oh, this guy got, like, kneed in the helmet on the tackle. First and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Wilson under center. Wilson hands off to Jaylen Warren, and Warren picks up 5 on the 1st down carry. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. 45 seconds left. So 2nd and 5. Wilson in shotgun, Warren went up to his left. Wilson rolls left, throws on the run, caught by Pickens. He stays inbounds, and it's going to fight for about 7 yards. Enough for another Steeler 1st down. And that's going to bring us to the fourth quarter. So the Steelers moving the football here as we enter the fourth quarter. Already up 23-15. And the Steelers, they've actually been really good offensively today. Got 284 yards, so it feels like a lot more. Russell Wilson has thrown for 224 yards, a touchdown, and also run for another one. By the way, these Steelers, they're a touchdown away from hitting 30 points. Which, they actually scored 30 last week, winning 32-13 over the Raiders. But prior to last week, they had not scored 30 points since week 7. Well, it actually wasn't as long as I thought. Week 17 and actually week 16 of last season. I thought it would have been a lot longer. But waiting for them to come back from commercial here as we enter the fourth quarter. Steelers up 8, 23-15. Now they're back from commercial. Next Sunday, we got Cowboys and 49ers. A couple of struggling teams right now. 49ers lost to the Chiefs today. And Cowboys at 3-3. Had a bye this week, but last week were destroyed by the Lions. So 1st and 10 from about midfield. Wilson in shotgun, back onto his right. Wilson hands off Najee Harris. Najee Harris into the secondary. Harris inside the 30, cuts inside. Najee Harris inside the red zone, forced out at the 16. Nice running for Najee Harris. And the Steelers looking to potentially add to this lead as they're inside the red zone. A big run there. About 34 yards. Harris up to 66 yards on 12 carries. From the 16, Wilson under center. We'll hand off right back to him. Najee Harris gains about 4 on 1st down. So here is a 2nd and 6. Wilson under center. Ball on the 12. Wilson, another handoff to Najee Harris, cuts up the middle. Najee Harris with the 1st down. Inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. And the Steelers knocking on the door, looking to extend this lead. It plays 71 yards, 4:15 off the clock so far. So 1st and goal, ball on about the 5. Wilson under center. Another handoff. Harris running left, stuffed at the line, no gain. So it's 2nd and goal. Wilson under center. Off play action. Wilson pump fakes. Now Rose was left. Throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Wanted Pickens throw a little short. Brings up 3rd and goal. Would have been the 2nd touchdown catch of the day for George Pickens. Better throw from Russell Wilson. That's a touchdown. Pickens is open. 3rd and goal. Ball on the 5. 12 minutes, 13 seconds to go in this 4th quarter. Wilson in shotgun. Back line to his left. Wilson to throw. Wilson throwing. Call for a touchdown. Van Jefferson makes the catch from 5 yards out. And the Steelers extend their lead. It is now 29-15. 11 plays, 75 yards, 5:28 off the clock. And Van Jefferson, with, I believe, his 2nd catch of the game, gets in the end zone there. Boswell here for the extra point. Up and good. 30-15. Did not see this coming. Steelers offense looks really good. That's 30 points in back-to-back games. And they have now doubled the Jets score. It's 30-15. Russell Wilson, 228 yards, 2 touchdowns. Has run for another. George Pickens, a big game. 5 catches, 111 yards, and a touchdown. As a team, Steelers 110 yards and a touchdown on 4.6 yards a carry. They're playing really well. I definitely did not expect the Steelers to come drop 30 on a good Jets defense. The 220 yards for Russell Wilson are already the 3rd most this season. Justin Fields has only broke 200 twice. 245 yards in Week 3 against Chargers. 312 yards Week 4 against the Colts. Otherwise, that all under 200. Ranging between 117 and 156. But they're now back from commercial. Jets down by 15. So Boswell has it teed up and set to send it away. 12:09 to go. And this kick will be a touchback. And come out to the 30. So Rodgers and the Jets offense put together a couple of drives, but need to put put together some more and get in the end zone. So 1st and 10 from their own 30. Rodgers in shotgun, hands off to Brees Hall. Hall tries to bounce outside, unable to do so, taking down. Joey Porter Jr. takes him down for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 here. Jets with just 42 rushing yards. Looks like they're going to get backed up 5 here with a false start. Garrett Wilson with the false start, his second of the game. Rare to see a receiver get a false start in a game, let alone 2. So it's now 2nd and 16. Yeah, that's a false start. Each team with 4 penalties. Jets 4 penalties, 45 yards. Steelers 4 for 36. This is the 2nd and 10. Empty backfield for Rodgers, so look to throw. Gets rid of it quickly to Brees Hall, and Hall unable to get free. He'll pick up about 5. Makes it a 3rd and 11. Gets the penalty yardage back, but that's about it. It's actually a 3rd and 12 here. Empty backfield for Rodgers. About 11 minutes to go. Rodgers looks to throw. Has time. Steps up in the pocket. Rodgers throws over the middle. Call for a first down. Allen Lazard to the 47. And the Jets with a key pickup there on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. Lazard actually almost dropped it. Went right through his hands, but they able to prevent it from hitting the ground. 1st and 10 on their own 47. Rodgers off play action. Looks to throw. Has time. Checks down to Tyler Conklin in the flat. And he'll pick up 2. So it's 2nd and 9. They actually only gave him a yard on that. 2nd and 9 from their own 48. Rodgers in shotgun. Back line up to his right. And now we got another false start. 77, that's left tackle Tyron Smith. Backs the Jets up 5. Yankees vs. Dodgers World Series, and yeah, the Dodgers won today. I saw they were up. But well, I'm so happy the Yankees are in the World Series. Rodgers over the middle, caught by Garrett Wilson. In stride, Wilson makes a move. Inside Steeler territory to the 31-yard line. Nice catch and run for Garrett Wilson. Dodgers currently up 9-4 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. I mean, the Mets, they've had some crazy comebacks here in the playoffs, but need another one to keep their season alive. And definitely looking like it's going to be Yankees-Dodgers. But should be a great series. sure hope the Yankees can win, obviously. 1st and 10 from the 30. Rogers looks to throw to the outside, caught by Tyler Conklin, and he'll power his way ahead for 5. So 2nd and 5 from the 25. Rogers in shotgun. 8:25 to go. Steelers show blitz. Drop out rush 4. Rogers pressured and knocked down at the line, incomplete. Brees Hall was right there, but unable to haul it in. Brings up 3rd and 5. 8:16 to go. So 3rd and 5 here for the Jets. Probably going for this if you don't get it. Ball on the Steeler 25. Rogers looks to throw. Rogers underneath that is caught. Oh, hit hard right at the point of the catch. No gain. Maybe got a yard. Is tight end Tyler Conklin. Brings up 4th down. And the Jets should go for this. I mean, their field goal is pretty much nothing. Hold on, not sure what happened here. So the Steelers call a timeout. The Jets tried to go fast. But they were in the middle of showing a replay, and then they had to cut to the what's happening live real quick because the Steelers called a timeout. The Jets tried to snap the ball. I don't know what happened, but the Steelers call a timeout. They were probably not lined up correctly, or they had too many guys on the field. But it's 4th and 4, 7:56 to go. Jets down by 15. Empty backfield for Rodgers. 4th and 4. Rodgers looks to throw. Throws quickly. That is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. He wanted Devontae Adams on a slant. It's batted the line and incomplete. Steelers force a turnover on down. 7:53 to go. A big stop there for the defense. The Jets really needed to convert there to get, and obviously get in the end zone as well. But unable to do so. And now the Steelers take over their own 25. So waiting for them to come back from commercial here. So waiting for them to come back from commercial here. They're back from commercial. Ball on their own 25-yard line. Steelers take over after turnover on downs. Wilson under center. Wilson hands off Najee Harris. Gets the carry and unable to find much space. Taking down at the line of scrimmage. Actually, to fight to get back to the line. It's no gain. A couple of safeties growing injured. Both questionable to return. One hamstring injury, the other evaluated for a concussion. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields under center. Off play action, looks to throw. Why am I saying Fields? Wide open receiver. Calvin Austin inside the 50 to the 40, probably the 38-yard line before he's out of bounds. Wide open Calvin Austin. And Russell Wilson with a big play through the air. $264 yards and 2 touchdowns. Calvin Austin ends up wide open. And Russell Wilson able to find him for a big play. So 1st and 10 from the 39. Wilson hands off Najee Harris up the middle for 4. Steelers, they've played pretty well offensively. Russell Wilson, 16 of 29, 264 and 2 touchdowns. Najee Harris, 17 carries, 82 yards. George Pickens, 5 catches for 111 yards and a touchdown. So 2nd and 6 from the 35. Wilson under center. Hands off to Harris running right. Harris looks for a cutback lane. Won't find one. Gains just a yard. Actually, he's going to get pushed forward for the offensive line. The whistles did blow for forward progress, so we'll have to see where they spot him. 5.5 minutes to go. So it's 3rd and 4. They gave Harris just 2 on that play. Jalen Warren in the back lined up to the left of Russell Wilson. Toss left. Warren is going to trip and he was going to stumble his way for a 1st down. Warren picks up 5 and Steelers move the chains. So 1st and 10 Steelers. 4.5 minutes to go. Up 30 to 15. From the 28, Wilson under center. Hands off. Warren swarming in the backfield, taken down for a loss. Going to be 2nd and 11 as Warren loses a yard. .340 to go, 2nd and 11. From the Jets 29, Wilson under center. Toss to Warren running left. Jalen Warren makes a cut, gets a couple of blocks downfield, and Warren picks up 9. Make it a 3rd and 2. There's a timeout for the Jets. They're second. Leaves them with one remaining. Steelers still have lost, actually 2 timeouts left. Jets defense needs to stop. Absolute must here. A field goal does make it a 3-score game. So 3rd and 4 here for the Steelers. Wilson in shotgun. Warren lined up to his right. He gets the ball, and Warren is always awfully close. He's got enough for a first down. Just barely. The Jets defense unable to get a much needed stop. Warren has a first down. Then we got a challenge flag on the field. They gave him the first down, but wait, hold on. They marked him short. Mike Tomlin is challenging here. Yeah, the Steelers are challenging that the runner was short. Here's another look. It's very close. It really depends on when they blow the whistle for forward progress. Because he's right there. But it's very close. Steelers challenge, and we'll have to see if it gets overturned or not. But waiting for them to come back from commercial here and see if the challenge is successful for the Steelers or what ends up happening here. By the way, the Dodgers have now officially beaten the Mets 10-5, and it's going to be Yankees-Dodgers in the World Series. That starts Friday. So, I was being a Yankees fan. Really hope the Yankees win. But, should be a great series. Two really good teams. Two best regular season teams. So, one seed in each league. And hopefully that'll be a great series. Call stands here for the Steelers. They're short. It's 4th and inches. I mean, just, they could just kick the field goal. Makes it a 3-score game. A field goal puts them up by 18. But I guess they just want to be able to take a knee. The Steelers keep the offense out there on 4th and inches. Wilson under center. Will they actually snap this? They will. Wilson, he got hit very fast. I don't know where he ends up in the pile, though. It's going to depend on the spot right here, obviously. Let's see. Still no signal on whose ball it is. Are they going to spot this and measure? It is a first down. Steelers just about secure the game at the first down. Obviously, I think they're going to need one more because of the 2-minute warning, but Wilson gets just enough for a first down. Somebody came like over the top of the line and hit Wilson very fast, but he was able to, looks like, power his way ahead. That was Javon Kinlaw. Came over the top. Now the Jets are going to challenge. I mean, it's like their only hope at this point. So, I mean, the Jets are challenging. This would be their final timeout, so it's their last hope here. If they get the ball back, great. They got like 2.5 minutes. Try to put 15 points together. Need an onside kick. Or you don't get it here, and the Steelers need like one first down, and they're pretty much able to run out the clock. Well, they are able to run out the clock with a first down, but almost able to run out the clock if they don't get first down. The only reason they're not going to be able to is the 2-minute warning. I'm pretty sure. Call stands. It's first down, Steelers. I just didn't think of both these challenges right here. I just didn't think there was enough to overturn either one of them. So the Jets end up spending their final timeout. That leaves them with 0 remaining. Pretty much no way to get the ball back now, unless they force a turnover. So from the 19, Wilson under center. Najee Harris is the back. The toss to Harris running left. And Harris taking down after pickup of 3. And they take this down to an warning. Steelers can get a first down without scoring. So 2nd and 7. This is the 2-minute warning right here. 2 minutes to go. Jets out of timeout. Steelers have one. Although, I don't really know why the Steelers need a timeout. It's not even like a situation where you want to see if you can run the clock all the way down before you, like, punt it or something like that. Maybe kick a field goal, but they should just be able to run out this clock. So it's 2nd and 7. From the 15, Wilson under center. The first down is inside the 8-yard line. Toss to Harris running right. Harris makes a cut and swung down at the 10-yard line. Makes it a 3rd and about 2 or 3. A first down for sure ends the game. Devontae Adams, 30 receiving yards today. 3 catches, 30 yards on 9 targets. Fewest yards in a game with Aaron Rodgers since week 4 of 2017. So 3rd and 2, ball on the 10. Wilson under center, Jalen Warren now the running back. Toss to Warren, and up the middle, Warren taken down short. It's going to be 4th and 1. The Steelers, they will probably use the timeout here. They're 3rd and final. With about 30 seconds left. Unless maybe not. The offense still out in the field. 40 seconds left. 10 on the play clock. Are they going to run a play here? No. So timeout, 30 seconds left. Steelers upcoming schedule. They got the Giants on Monday Night Football next week. Boy. That is going to be like the worst game of all time. Especially me having to watch the Giants. Then the Steelers have a bye. Then they play at Commanders, home against the Ravens, at the Browns, at the Bengals. That is a tough stretch. But obviously, I will be streaming Steelers Giants next Monday, a week from tomorrow. So 4th and 2 is what it's spotted as. The Steelers will go for it. Wilson under center. Harris is the back. Hands off. Harris straight ahead. Has a first down. He scores a touchdown. So the Steelers, they score again to make it 36-15. What a game for their offense. 13 plays, 75 yards on this drive. Takes 7.5 minutes off the clock. Steelers over 30 in back-to-back games. I mean, it was criticized a lot. The decision to start Russell Wilson over Justin Fields. It's a great decision. 37-15 is the score. The Steelers 409 yards of offense. That might be a season high. Let's see. Week 1, they only kick field goals. How many yards can you possibly have? Week 1, they had 270 yards. Week 2, they only scored 13 points. They had 251 yards. Week 3, Another win, they got 346 yards. Week 4, they had 404. Week 5, they had 226. Last week, they had 293 yards. And this week, 409 yards, a season high. Also 37 points, a season high. The Jets take a knee in the end zone, ball come out to the 30. It's 37-15, there's 26 seconds left. What a first game for Russell Wilson as a member of the Steelers. Started off very slow, but much better as the game progressed. From the 30, Rodgers in shotgun. And I'll just hand off up the middle. And it's a good run. Gains about 13, but that'll probably do it. Yeah, that's going to do it. Steelers win this one 37-15. Definitely did not see this game being a blowout. But the Steelers win easily. Great game for Russell Wilson in his first game as a member of the Steelers. 264 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ran for another. And the Jets offense struggles just 15 points. Rodgers throws 2 picks, although one of them clearly not his fault. And it's now the Jets fall to 2-5. Steelers improve to 5-2. And really dominated this game. Pitched a shutout in the second half, outscoring the Jets 24-0 in the second half after trailing 15-13 at halftime. Great game for the Steelers, offensively, defensively, 409 yards, 6.2 yards per play, forced 2 turnovers. Great overall game for the Steelers. They're now 5-2. And will be atop the NFC North. The Ravens can match that 5-2 record with a win tomorrow. The Jets now 2-5, which is third in the NFC East, half a game behind the Dolphins. Bills at 5-2, only team over 500 in that division. But Steelers win easily. That's going to do it for tonight's stream. I'll be live tomorrow for the Buccaneers and Ravens. That should be a great game. Really looking forward to that one. And but yeah, that's going to do it for tonight's stream, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me. Be sure to like this stream, subscribe, turn notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. And I will see you in the next video.